Привет! Это небольшая мастерская в центре Мельбурна. Она находится на реке Яра, в устье, можно сказать, почти в устье реки. Это мастерская, здесь строят разные лодки, и большие, и маленькие, но мы были в мастерской именно у Ника, и он рассказывал об особенности построек. Действительно, по технологиям они строят здесь американским и канадским. И в основном американским, да. Вот. И особенность действительно в том заключается, что здесь нету дерева. В Австралии для постройки каноэ они закупают это в Европе. И сейчас мы послушаем Ника.
Plywood. And you can also notice there's these holes here.
Yeah, I see.
So during construction you use cable ties to stitch the panels together, then you put a bit of glue on it, and you can probably faintly make out the whole inside of this has got one thin layer of fiberglass with epoxy, and so does the outside.
Are this special for the...
This is non-skid paint, so it's just a layer of paint that has a bit of grit in it, so that you don't slip over when you're in the boat. So this is the premise of construction. So what you got is you got plywood panel, and then it's stitched together, and then like bulkheads or whatever can go through the tabs there, and you pull it all together, and then you put glue on it. And then when you put the thicker glue and then wrap it in fiberglass, it makes the one structure. Then yeah, it can be painted with whatever people want. Epoxy's only weakness is UV. So as long as you paint it with varnish or a house paint, it'll protect it from the sun.
What with wood? With eucalypt?
The plywood, when we build them, when we're actually going to build them, we use Gaboon marine plywood, and the stuff we use here in Australia comes from Greece. It's not very heavy. And then these sort of boats, they don't use any fiberglass.
With sea canoe? Sea?
Yeah, that's a sea kayak. That's an American design. It's from Chesapeake Line Craft. There's a company that sells their kits and sells made down, and they ship them around Australia. They come with recut with the timber and the glue.
Точно так же, как они не используют местные
So this is the fiberglass we use here on the smaller boat.
Yeah.
You can see it's woven. Makes it much better. And it's about 200 grams a square meter.
And epoxy,
Yeah, and then with epoxy, it makes it nice and solid.
And this, what with?
That one's actually built very heavy. It's called a mole skiff. It's by Ian Orchard. It's like a English Thames rowboat. So it's sort of very, very English for rivers and stuff like that.
How old is?
It's not that old.
It's not old.
It's probably spent 10 years in the weather. That's why the inside looks dirty and the outside looks nice. It's maybe 15. 15 years old, I think. Yeah, you have to replace it every few years. And you can't really varnish it because it moves. It breaks the varnish, and then water gets in. So with the little tugboat, I'm putting epoxy in so it goes hard. So I draw these things on the computer, and then I cut all the parts. This is a plywood boat, but we still use timber. And this is a developed design. It's hard to say where it comes from, but it's like your classic clinker boats where they have ribs, and then the planks you'd put cotton in between. But instead with this one, you glue the edge. Use marine plywood and epoxy, glue the edge. It means the whole thing gets coated with epoxy. You paint it, and you never have to fix it.
How long you make it with yacht?
This is kind of a dinghy, I think, a tender or a rowboat. This is a row and sailboat. Again, this is one of my projects. It's a design I'm finishing, so it's taken...
With your design?
Yeah. So it takes quite a long time to because I have work to do. Nobody pay me to do this. So yeah, I spend all my days trying to think. But maybe about 3/4. Is it nice and strong?
Interesting.